T-33 photo pass. This story begins in 1943 in the U.S. Army's Air Tactical Service Command met with Lockheed Aircraft Corporation to express its dire need for a jet fighter to counter a rapidly growing German jet threat. 1 month later, a young engineer by the name of Clarence Kelly L. Johnson and his team of young engineers hand-delivered the XB-80 Shooting Star. The jet fighter proposal was underway. Quickly, the go-ahead was given for Lockheed to start development of the United States' first jet fighter ever. June 1943, this project marked the birth of what would become the Skunk Works, with Kelly Johnson at its helm. This would prove to be a common practice within the Skunk Works. Many times, a customer would come to the Skunk Works with a request, and on a handshake, the project would begin. No contracts in place, no officials in the middle process. Consider as you look at this jet, how impressive it is still today. Kelly Johnson and his team designed and built the XB-80 in only 143 days, 7 less than was required. What allowed Kelly to operate the Skunk Works so effectively and efficiently was his unconventional organizational approach. He broke the rules, essentially, challenging the current bureaucratic system that stifled innovation and hindered progress. His philosophy is spelled out in his 14 rules and practices still used today. You see, the T-33, which you're seeing today, was developed from Lockheed's B-80 updated, starting as the TB-80C, then the TF-80C development, and then designated the T-33A, first flying in 1948. And a great example flying for us today with great power and control, the T-33. Still so impressive. So how did the Skunk Works get its name? And we continue. It was wartime 1943, as I mentioned, when Kelly Johnson brought together a hand-picked team of young Lockheed Aircraft Corporation engineers and manufacturing people to rapidly and secretly complete the XB-80 project. Because the war effort was in full swing, there was no space available at the Lockheed facility for Johnson's effort. Consequently, Johnson's organization operated out of a rented circus tent next to a manufacturing plant that produced a strong odor, which permeated the tent. Each member of Johnson's team was cautioned that design and production of the new XB-80 must be carried out in strict secrecy. No one was to discuss the project outside the small organization, and team members were even warned to be careful how they answered the phones. Well, the team engineer named Colyer was a fan of Al Cap's newspaper comic strip Little After, in which there was a running joke about a mysterious, odorous place deep in the forest called the Skunk Works. There, a strong beverage was brewed from skunks, old shoes, and other strange ingredients. Well, one day, Culver's phone rang, and he answered it by saying, "Skunk Works." Inside man, Culver speaking. Fellow employees quickly adopted the name for the mysterious division of Lockheed. Skunk Works became Skunk Works, and that's now the registered trademark of the company Skunk Works. You see that skunk on the side of the Darkstone, the SR-71. And a pride symbol, of course, of Lockheed Martin and their Skunk Works programs. Beautifully flown today by Greg Colyer. California, took his first flight at the age of 7 in Sonoma. Booked ever since, he earned his pilot's license at the age of 18. Flew while serving in the U.S. Army in the 1980s. He retired recently after 27 years of service as an air traffic controller in Oakland. And of course, got back to flying. He's taking a look at you, checking you out as he stayed in for just a little longer there to get some great pictures. The airplane is loaded up with cameras. Most of our performers are all over social media. Concord Batteries and some of his other sponsors, of course, helping him get across America here. If you're using your phone, put it on slow motion for this. The billowing smoke looks pretty cool. He's going to be flying by real slow with the flaps out, the wheels down. Just a great photo opportunity. And don't forget on social media, hashtag AV Airshow. Certified flight instructor, working up this new two-ship formation of T-33s with a pretty able pilot as his wingman, former Snowbird, the Royal Canadian Air Force demonstration team lead, and the former Canadian Air Force RCIS CF-18 demonstration pilot. Recently, Fleet Week in San Francisco. Now that they've got it all established, next year's programs, we're going to see not one but two of these T-33s as we continue to tell the Lockheed and Skunk Works story. Greg Colyer and his T-33 Ace Maker. beautiful 4-point roll to help him set up now for the photo pass. Coming up over your left shoulder this time, so have your cameras ready as he makes it look absolutely beautiful.